everyone. Welcome to the group breathwork call for today. We are going to be creating what we want in the world through the power of I am. That is the intention for today. And it's something that I have been pondering lately as I have been studying this phrase, I am. And I love when we recognize powerful truths that span generations, that span religious traditions, that span time. And truth is truth no matter where we find it. And the more often that I find a truth, the more I'm intrigued by that truth. And the phrase I am is one of those intriguing things for me, those intriguing little synchronicities across time and religious belief. So you find the phrase I am in Eastern traditions. In Kundalini Yoga, the phrase I am signifies a connection with the divine. It is our connection with that divine potential within all of us that allows us to create more than we could create on our own. In the Christian tradition, the term I am refers to endless and eternal. It refers to Jehovah or Jesus Christ in the Old Testament. It's found in Exodus, where the Lord says, he tells Moses to tell the Israelite people, tell them that I am the great I am that I am, which is a tetragram for Yahweh, which means I am endless, I am ever present, I am all powerful. And when we combine our belief with the power of the divine, we can create the impossible in our lives. The other place that we find the phrase I am is in the Hawaiian tradition in the Ho'oponopono prayer. And that is a powerful prayer that is used to connect with the divine, to create and clear out what is stopping us or getting in the way from creating what we want. So it's a powerful creation or co-creation tool. And those are just three that I know of. I'm interested in learning if there's more than that, but the synchronicity of it is just fascinating to me. And the fact that we have this powerful statement of I am is something that I think we need to utilize in our own lives to create and connect with the divine. I've also used it personally in the work that I have done with all of my clients. It is the first place that I begin is creating an I am document. I call it your top of the mountain statement. It is who I am being to create what I'm having. That there's the being comes first, and then there's the doing, and then there's the having, but that we are in co-creation with God in this energy of I am. It is a statement of faith. It's a statement of confidence. It's a statement of gratitude in advance for what we know is coming as we partner with God. So I want to use this powerful phrase in a co-creation process. It's a co-creation meditation. It's based on a transcendental meditation. It's also based on a breath prayer meditation. It's also based on just all the research that I have done both personally with clients and also as I have learned over the past 12 years, studying different faiths, different beliefs, different personal development, all the ways that we know creation happens. I'm combining all of these into a meditation, a breath work session for all of you to come back to to create from this power of I am, to connect with the divine, to borrow the belief of the divine when we don't feel like we have what it takes to create what we want, which is, 99.9% of the time. I know for myself that sometimes thinking about creating something new or becoming something different feels out of reach. And I'm going to put all of this into an example that I personally lived through last night and this morning. And I'm in this with all of you. I'm using these tools myself to create the outcomes that I want in my life for the things that are important to me and the things that are important to my family. So I'm going to walk you through this process. And the first part is a journaling process. And I find that this is really helpful, especially before moving into a meditation, because it helps us to clarify and it helps us to really hone our mind and get it into a place where we can drop into the meditation and let go, because we've already done the mind work beforehand. So we're going to drop into a little bit of a journaling practice right here. I'm going to ask you several questions to contemplate. I would suggest that you pull out a journal and write down. If you need to pause, I'm not going to give a whole lot of space so that you can use this often and pause for as long as you need in between each of the questions. But I'm going to let you control the pause button and take all the time that you need in these journaling questions. So this is a co-creation meditation. And the first question is, what do I want? What do I want to create, or what question or concern am I bringing to God? What do I want to create differently? Now, I'm going to use my personal example as I walk through this to help illustrate it. So the first question I asked was, what do I want? And then I'll walk through all the questions and I'll go back and illustrate each of these. The second question is, what do I want for the people involved, all the parties involved? What is the trigger in this situation? And what lets me know when I have what I want? And then, who do I need to forgive in order to create more of what I want? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to forgive? Okay, so those are the questions. I'm going to walk through it personally so you can see how this all plays out. The first, what do I want to create, or what's the question that I'm bringing to God in this meditation? For me, I recognized that one of my children was really struggling with self-confidence. And they had come to me and shared with me some really vulnerable feelings of self-doubt and not feeling good enough and not feeling like they were loved or were worthy of love. Those are kind of my interpretations of their word. Of course, this is not necessarily what they're sharing with me, but this real lack of confidence and needing validation from others to feel okay. And so when I looked at this, that my question was, how do I help my child know they are loved and help them increase their confidence and seek validation from God instead of others? And so I clarified this even further. What do I want for my child and me? For my child, I wanted increased confidence. I wanted this child to look to God instead of others for validation and value, and to allow for my child to allow them to be loved by others and to receive love and to feel loved from God. For me, I wanted confidence that I'm doing enough. I want support for this child in the ways that this child needed it. And I wanted clarity to know what to say and when to say it. Okay. And now this leads to the next question. What lets me know when I have this? And so I thought about what would this look like if this was already happening? And I saw this child engaging with the family. I saw this child showing up confidently in his relationships that are important to him. I saw this child sharing openly what he is experiencing with me as much as he's willing to offer and in the capacity that he has. And that I'm seeing this child put himself where the light is, that he's putting himself not seeking for validation from looking better, but having experiences with God. For me, what that looked like was feeling connected with this child and recognizing when I felt a prompting to share and acting on that, and when I felt the prompting to just be still and to listen, and that I would have clarity in knowing which is which, that I would feel urges, and that I would have the the capacity and also the courage to take action and say things that may be uncomfortable. That sometimes that would trigger a feeling of fear of contention in me, which is something that I struggle with. And so recognizing that, yes, I feel this fear and I feel compelled to share anyway, that clarity feels really important to me, that I'll know what is fear and what is a prompting saying, yes, you need to share. So then I recognize this is the next question. What's the trigger in this situation? What do I feel in my body when I think about doing this? And this came very clearly last night at 1 a.m. when I was awakened with this anxiety in my body, worrying about this child, worrying about what this would mean for him, what it meant as a mother, how I had failed this child, how I hadn't given him everything that he needed. And so as I felt this anxiety, I could identify that it felt like a churning in my stomach. It felt like I was being tossed to and fro. There was no clear direction. It felt like I was tiptoeing, avoiding confrontation, and sadness that I didn't give this child everything that I needed. And as I looked a little deeper, I had to recognize, are there others that I need to forgive, or are there other people involved in this situation that I feel triggered by? And I had to bring in my husband into this as well. And there was some forgiveness that I needed to recognize, that I needed to offer to him as well, for the part that he had played in the situation. So that is the journaling portion of it. Okay, so I'm going to walk through the questions one more time. You can pause and ponder on each of these questions, write them down. The first is, what do I want to create, or what is a question that I have? The second, clarifying, what do I want for all the parties involved? For myself, for me. Third question, what lets me know when I have it? What will I be doing, thinking, seeing? What would it look like? And number 4, what is the trigger that comes up in my body when I think about this situation? These triggers are here for a reason. They're a gift. They let us know what needs to be cleared. They let us know what has yet to be healed. So as I notice these triggers with compassionate curiosity, what are the triggers that are showing up in my body? And who do I need to forgive? Myself, others? What do I need to forgive? Who do I need to forgive? It can be a part of myself. It can be a past version of myself. It can be a person. It can be God. It can be the situation. What do I need to forgive? Okay. All right, so we're going to drop into a meditation. You can keep this journal entry handy. So as you walk through this meditation, you'll be able to reference the things that you've written down, or you can just trust that you'll get exactly what you need and allow yourself to drop into the meditation fully and let yourself just move through the meditation with this intention that you have created in the journaling practice, leading and guiding your meditation. So either one is fine. Drop into your heart, see which feels right for you. I would encourage you to get into a space that feels safe and comfortable, a place with limited distractions, and we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to get my music going here. And here we go. So go ahead and just allow yourself to be still for a moment. Just feeling your breath coming in and coming out, not trying to coerce it or change it in any way, but just noticing, being with your breath. And now, after a few breaths, you're going to just take your breath a little bit deeper. Inhaling deeply, all the way down into your belly. Exhaling with a sigh. Just feeling that relaxation and letting go in your body. And again, inhaling deeply. Exhaling and letting go. And on your next inhale, inhaling into your body, feeling your belly expand, and then feeling that breath rise up into your chest, feeling your chest and your heart space expand. Holding in this expansion, feeling the expansion of your heart, the opening of your heart space. And then letting go, dropping all the way down into the earth. Feeling your energy moving through the earth, grounding into the energy of creation. The energy of the divine. The energy that moves in and through everything that is created by the hand of God. And breathing that energy up all the way to the top of your head, up your spine, and then dropping right into your heart center on the exhale. And taking another deep inhale, breathing in the energy of the earth, taking it all the way up your spine, past the top of your head, and connecting with the heavens, inviting God in, exhaling and allowing that light and love to drop right into your heart. And last inhale, inhaling deeply, pulling that energy from the earth all the way up your spine, connecting with the heavens and the light and the love, the support that is there, and allowing that to drop right into your heart center. And now as you're here in your heart center, go ahead and think about something that brings you joy, something that feels delicious to you, something that brings gratitude, that brings a smile to your face. Bringing that into your heart. Feeling that swell and expand as you focus on that, whatever it is that brings you joy. Could be a memory or a person or just the warmth of the sun on your face. Feeling that expand in your heart. Feeling that feeling of gratitude overflowing your heart space and spreading throughout your whole body. Feeling your whole body expand with this feeling of joy, gratitude, peace. And now feeling that overflowing into the world around you. Feeling the light and love that's continuing to pour down from the heavens, magnifying this feeling in your heart and allowing it to overflow, touching the people that are important to you, filling them, touching them with this light. And then allowing it to spread into the world, covering the whole earth with this energy of love and joy and peace. And now go ahead and just allow yourself to visualize what it is that you would like. Imagine that you have it. See what you're doing, what you're feeling as you create what you want. And now notice what triggers come up when you think about creating this. What are you concerned about? What comes up in your body as fear or confusion as you think about creating this? And notice where that feeling lives within you. Notice how it feels in your body. Name that feeling. What does it feel like to be experiencing this trigger right now in your body? And now just noticing what comes up in this place. What parts of myself do I need to forgive? Are there others that I need to forgive? What do I need to let go of? Just being aware of what this trigger is here showing you. And now I'm greeting this part of you, letting this part of you know I'm grateful to you for. Just naming in your mind whatever comes up. And I forgive you for. Again, just letting whatever needs to bubble to the surface, to rise. And I love you for. And now noticing if there's others. What do you need to forgive in others? Who needs to be released in order for this to be created? And bringing that individual into your mind, letting that individual know, I'm grateful to you for. I forgive you for. And I love you for. Allowing yourself to do this for any part of you that bubbles to the surface or any other individuals that come to your heart or mind. Just allowing yourself to sit here, turning over whatever needs to be released to God. Inhaling, exhaling, letting go. And now coming back to that vision of what you are creating. Again, bringing into your awareness what it looks like and feels like to have what you want. Visualizing yourself having that How are you showing up? What lets you know you have this? And noticing what feels more available now that you've created space by letting go. Allowing yourself to marinate in this image for just a few breaths. And now feeling that light and love coming through the top of your head from the presence of the divine. Filling up your heart space, overflowing and filling all the spaces that were creating blocks or triggers in your body, now being filled with this light and love. Offering gratitude and thanks for the co-creation, for the power that you get to tap into, for the release that is available. And now sitting quietly for a few breaths, just asking, what is the message I'm meant to hear? What is the next best step I'm meant to take? And now taking a deep and clearing breath, allowing yourself to come back into the room. Coming back into your body. Recognizing what is here and present for you now. Just feeling gratitude for all the ways that this is manifesting in your day today. All the ways it's going to show up in tiny ways. Imagining yourself recognizing and honoring each of these little of course moments. Of course, here is God's power showing me that miracles are happening today. And just allowing yourself to be here for a moment longer. You can come back into the room, you can write down any thoughts, or you can just marinate in the peace of knowing that I am with God. I am possible. With God, I am powerful. With God, I can create all things. And coming right back here, thank you for spending this time with me. If there were any actions that you felt prompted to take, I would invite you to take them immediately, within the next 24 hours at the very latest, immediately if possible. If you can't take the action immediately, I would invite you to write it down so that you can take action when it is appropriate. Thank you for being here with me. I love this co-creation process. I would love to hear what stood out to you as you venture into this co-creation with God. Thanks for being here, all. Bye-bye.